Okay, so now I hope you're seeing it again. All right. Now we're going to continue resizing this, and I think I was explaining, yes, here you can separate these anytime you want. You can actually take this out and put it, so we can, like, if we hide this, it only hides the frame, which is very important to name the layers, as you can tell them out without having to go every single one until you see which one it is. Right, so for example, we can move out the frame outside. It should let us move it outside. Or it does not for some reason. Ungroup. Does not. Nope. My bad. Seems to have run to a problem here. This was interesting. Go here and then to ungroup layers. Yeah. Just click ungroup layers again and it should take us to point. So we group these, we delete the other group. I'm sorry for that. That was something I hadn't seen happening before. And now we just move this above. Yeah. Okay. Now in here we have our IMS button. We're going to resize it to make sure it fits well. Okay. Might have misselected the group here. This. Alright, so in here we're just going to close this. And now we have the text. There's someone in the chat asking, is that a new Photoshop version? I think yes it is. This is the Photoshop. 1 second. Yeah, this is the 2021 version. Alright. So here, 1 second. As it seems, we're done with this, and the quality has worsened for some reason. So I'll just hide this for a second. I'm going to duplicate this group again and see why it lost quality. I'm going to Control T. I'm guessing that's about the same quality. Okay, so now we're going to be adding the text. And just resize it, make it a little bit smaller so we have space for the text. Now here, text is very important and the font you choose, because it basically is a dividing line between a good banner and a bad banner, so please take your time finding out fonts and if it matches the theme of what you're editing. So we can use this button right here, which is the horizontal type tool. And in here we can go audio editing tutorial. Just right editing tutorial. Here I'm using a font called SQL 100 Black, or you can just search SQL 65 and it will give you this. And I'm going to raise the font to maybe 30. No, I think that's a bit too much. So maybe a 27. No, that's still a bit too big. Yeah, 25. That's good. It works well. Okay, so now under here, we're going to be adding URM this name. So we go like lowercase and we're going to resize it, make it a 14.5 here. And now I'm going to be changing the color later. Okay, and here, actually let me change the color for this here. Go blending options. Now we can click color overlay. I can't speak for some reason. Color overlay. So we click here, and it seems I already have a color palette selected. I'm just going to make this a little bit lighter. Okay, so there we are. Now something else I'm going to be explaining, which I've seen lots of people mess up, is when they use the Here we have the eyedropper tool, which is used to select the color, for example. Once you select a color, you can right click with it and you can copy the color's hex code. Now, I've seen this to get really useful in cases, and I didn't have to remember the hex code myself. So we just go here, we click blending options if we want it. And let's apply that to the other one so we can see a working case. Click blending options. We activate the color overlay again. Go here and we click Control V, and it should paste it. Yes, I think it automatically did for some reason. Didn't do that before. Well, Photoshop is full of mysteries. And I think both of these might need a darker color, but we'll see it in the end. Now, don't get me wrong here. Banners take lots of time, and there will be lots of trial and error before you get it right and perfect as you want it. So what we're going to do is right. Now, what we're going... Suffix says, what font is that? Okay. Here, you have the SQL 100 black 65. This one. Yeah. Now, something else to make with your banner, to go with your banner, sorry. You're going to have to include points, main points of what will be, for example, in this case, in the tutorial, what will be included in it. So, in here, and I strongly advise against using the same font as you did here with the main headline, because that just gives off a bad look. So in here, I think it is all 0176. Yes, this is the degree sign, but you can use it as a main mark sign, for example, a point sign. So we just get this color. We go here, for example, because I have the points right here. Okay, so it seems I'm going to have to change my camera position because it's okay, I hope now it's better. I hope it's better now. Okay, so now here, as I said, now we're going to continue here. And I selected a different font, which is the IBM Plex Mono Medium. Now this font is particularly good for points. It is clean, it is soft, it doesn't have any jagged edges, and it's really full in the end. So what we're going to do is maybe a 7, no, a 12. Now what you're going to do is experiment with different, select all of this and do 12 people. Okay, I might have to rewrite this. So maybe for 14. Okay, so now I think that's a bit better. So now here we're going to type. Okay, so we have Adobe Audition Introduction. Type. Okay.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Section. And go making about 3 to 4 points a maximum and not overcrowding it. Makes it look cleaner and more professional. So we're going to copy this sign here. Okay, now we have posted. Adobe. Edition. Paste it again. We have master. Audios. Complete. Okay. Now, once we have written the text, go in here and try to make it crisp, maybe. Why is the resolution not good? That's what I'm asking here. No, this is too big for points, so let's get a 14.6. Now, what we're going to do is add this one, add a color to this one too. And to make it look better, we'll just add a lighter one than the one we have here. So I'll paste the one we have around here, maybe to the lighter spectrum. I'll find one that is not so light, but not so dark either. Maybe this one. I think this one will work well. I'm not sure. just copy this text real fast and delete them. Make another one because I don't know why. Maybe when we export it, it's going to look better, because right now it's not. It's moving the one. There we go. What is the reach of this? 1 second. Make sure. Oh. Interesting. I'll just go here. Like this. I'll do it like this. But these. Move them like this. Okay. That's better. When you're making points, always make sure to include like at least one letter space here. It makes it look better. Okay. So now, no, well, I put my Photoshop accidentally. Now we're going to be adding something else, which is the date. Now dates are very important because people sometimes will be bored and not care to look at the date. Like for example, continue to another page. So we just add it in the banner. But again, and here I've got an icon for basically like a calendar looking one. But Photoshop, you have to improvise sometimes. To go up here, top right position seems about right. Make sure to not make it too big or too small. Maybe like this something. Move it a bit to the right. Yeah, I think that looks good. Now here, for example, we have to add the day, the date, and the time. So streams are always held on Saturday. So we go Saturday, we go May 8th, and we go, now when we add the time, we're not going to actually, wait, why is this not matching? Maybe we're just gonna have to add a second one for May, so let's just go like this. Making it centered is always important, because having it off-centered makes it look, if you like, makes it look done fast, you know, like not if you haven't taken enough time to do it. And that's not good. Create another text layer here. Okay, still typing in the Saturday one. I have to remove the under layer here. Right, so here we'll just type May 8th. Now, what we're going to do is you can click the layer here, and then with your arrow buttons, you can make more precise movement and placement. Here, I'm going to maybe make a 15. Second 15 point. Oh. Yep, that looks about right. Okay. It's a little bit bigger. Second. Okay, now we have these lined up perfectly. What I'm going to do is now create a third layer, which includes the time. And we might have to change this font. I don't think it looks too well. Maybe we're going to go for equal. Yes, our 85 looks smoother. Actually, I'll just edit it here. You can also edit text with Control T, but it just gets messy most of the time, so I don't advise you in doing that. But it's your choice. Whatever you do. Like that, I put 12 here. I went for 12. No, the one didn't change, my bad. Let's see, cool. I really don't know why this is looking so blurry. It shouldn't look this blurry. I don't know why. We're going to see if the problem is in Photoshop. I'm going to restart it and export the image. And here, first thing we're going to do at the time is right click blending options and change its color. It brings more focus to the time. And once people see a bright color, which in this case we're going to do red, and I think it will attract their attention more. So we go here, we go to the red. Red is right here. Make a bright, dark, to the dark spectrum. Okay. Move this font. Full. Dark. And that looks better. Get this alignment right. I don't know why. Let's make this bigger. Maybe even a bit bigger. I want it select. Okay. Now what we're going to do is get the time here somewhere. Maybe get all of these. Because it won't let me mass change the font. I mean the font size. 13. Yeah, that's better. As I said before, this takes lots of trial and error to get it right. You know, take your time always with banners. Yeah. Okay, now here on May the 8th, we're going to change the color to a blue one. I mean, specific. I think this one would suit it well too, just to not make it look like it have lots of colors, because lots of colors in one banner, most of the time, not good. Just take that. Seems the color spectrum has not. Yeah, okay. You just click here and then it will select the color. I think that's looking better already. Like this, yeah. That's a bit better. So okay, right, so now what we're going to add is the DigitalSchool logo. Okay, so now it does open another layer again. Control C, Control V. And we resize it. Now the logos should always be part of the banner. Like, if people don't know what they're looking at, maybe they can see the logo and recognize it. We just put it here. A 632 looks really great. That's it. Get this to move it a little bit to the right. Yeah, I think that looks better already. Now what we're going to do is open up 2 more icons, or actually let's do the other part first. Okay. First of all, we're going to create a new layer. For this, I think would be good as 3200 by 2160. In this case, right here. Now, we know that the rim is going to work with sound, as it says here, audio editing tutorial. So I have Audition right here, yeah. So I'm going to open it up real fast. And this is the interesting part. Okay, so here we have Adobe Audition. What we're going to do is you can have some lines popping up here. Okay. Now these lines look interesting, so I'm just maybe going to lower it a little. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is use a tool called the snipping tool. With this, we can create like an image, a snip. It's in the name. Instead, we can create a snip of a picture. We can use this to get a picture anywhere, I mean. So now here we have this. Now we're going to place this in the background, and we're going to get the icon that you saw right here with a monitor. Now we're not going to use this interface. This is the Photoshop's interface, and we're going to make this look as simple as possible, as you can see here. So what we're going to do is this time the quick selection tool, it does a good job. So we'll just go like this over the edges. And now once it has selected everything, what we're going to do is just click delete, because in this case we needed to delete the inner parts. And also delete this. No, not that. Okay. This, and we delete it. Here's two. So I think we're good here. Yeah. So now we'll just Control A and Control C. I hope we have enough time to do this, because this is a long part. So I'm going to try and make it as simple as possible. Click duplicate layer, go to Untitled 3, go to frame again, monitor frame. Now it should be here. Okay, the monitor frame is here. So click Control T, do this, and there's still lines as it seems. Going to lock this layer. I'm going to get the eraser. There, okay, really. Get this, move it away from here. Eraser, like we can create a bigger eraser here. Make sure we delete any lines in every single line, so that it does not interfere with our icon. With this, I think Adobe Illustrator would be more useful, because it has certain functions that can be used. I mean, you can also insert the image here, for example, look like this. And I think it still looks good, but it looks too complicated in a very simple banner, and that is a bit misbalanced in my opinion. But let's just see how this looks. Make sure. Control T. Okay, so this looks actually not so bad. Not as bad as I thought it'd be. Okay. Going to move this in the middle. Control O. Now I'm going to do two parts of this to make sure I got both of these done. So we're going to open this and this, both of these icons. Now we can use these icons that I have right here, but the new update on these icons, and I think they are not good. Like, for example, the older Adobe Audition, Photoshop, and Premiere Pro looked way better than just a few, like, it's like letters and just on a blue background. So I don't think that's very innovative coming from Adobe, which is the one that created Photoshop. Now, so we're going, I think I opened these. Yes, okay, so now we're going to Control A, Control C. Paste them in here. Okay, same thing has happened as before. So We just go here, we click duplicate layer. There we go. Auto frame. Okay. So now both of these should be here. Yes. As expected, they are. Now, I recommend 2 icons at most when using maybe a monitor frame or something. One on the bottom right and one on the top left. Or you can switch these maybe for top right and bottom left. But I think in this case it looks, maybe to bring a balance to the banner, we'll go top left and bottom right. And I don't know why these are looking so blurry. If it's something wrong with the app, I'll try to fix it. Okay, so this is how it looks if we just leave the stock image of Audition. But if we want to do a simple one, now that will take time, but I'll try to do my best. So what we're going to do is ungroup these. To ungroup these layers. Going to move these into the middle. Now going to create a smaller frame of this one. Make sure it perfectly fits in here. We hold shift to stretch it. Okay, so now here what we're going to do is remove the monitor frame. And in here we're going to lower its opacity. So we can barely see them. Like at 48, maybe 50. Yeah, that looks about right. We're going to remove the background. So actually no. Seems the background helps in this case. And we're going to lock it. Now we're going to create a new layer right here. And we're basically doing the same thing as you saw with the icon, the monitor icon. Where is it? Did I lose? Okay, here it is. As it was before I removed what it had. So where it was like this, we can see it only took the simple parts and it made it look cool. Okay, so now we go here. We grab maybe the shape tool. Where is it? Oops. Oh. Interesting. Oh yeah, there it is. I didn't see it. So we can go a rectangle tool. So we go here. Now zooming in is very useful for this case. Now let's start from the top. Now, I'm just going to make a simple one because as it seems we don't have much time. So we're going to do this. Is it? It's not letting me look. Okay. I don't need that. Make the color like a gray. Yes. Like this. Right here. This. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm not explaining much on these parts, but please do not select that for God's sake. So we create a new layer. Second. Now we're going, as you can see here, how does it not zoom in? Here we have these lines which separate like this part and this part. So maybe what I can do is I can just maybe the icon tool doesn't get that part here. Add the put the opacity higher. I can get the true color. That one maybe a little softer in this case. Okay, so now we lock the layer again, take it to 50. This is why we go to this rectangle. do the blending options. Now we just go this, I guess. Yes, okay, that's better. Now what we're going to do is basically create rectangles, and as it matches this. Now Photoshop is giving me a hell of a day today, so. Maybe we can start like right here. So what this phase is basically just creating a ton of rectangles. Now what we can do from here to like speed up the process, sorry, okay, go like this, cancel it. You can Control C this, then just paste it, and how these are. Move this a little bit down. Now we could add the interfaces inside too, but right now it is coming to the end of the stream. So I'll just make like a sample one of how it would look. Now with this part we can also see the background. Going to paste this again. And what you can do is also do some research. If you don't have the program, maybe look for maybe a tutorial and then just copy the parts, like get the snipping tool image, put it in here. It doesn't mean you need to have the program, especially. So, okay, so the banner part took longer than I expected, and maybe this part will continue it in the next stream. But I'm going to try to do my best before the stream ends, so. So in here we have two different parts. Like when you do this, it doesn't have to be just rectangles. Like the main parts, such as the skip buttons, the stop ones, they have to be included because it takes the main parts of the app and puts them also in the simple banner, making it a very nice feature, nice touch to the banner. Now I'm just going to demonstrate how you can get all of these and put them together. I'm going to paste another rectangle here. So maybe go like this. And we just stretch from here. In this case, I'm using transparent rectangles. Like they're using a darker color, sorry, but they're also seeing the background. So you get the perspective on how it's supposed to be. In this case, I don't think it's very useful because this takes lots of time. This process should take about an hour if you want to do it like really well, using like adding these numbers, these in like a simple form, the main buttons, this part, adding some icons there and there. It gives it a really nice touch. So I'm just going to like reform this like this. Add another rectangle to the end. Okay, just going to Control T. Move it. Now I could have just like stretched this one, but just so you get the point. Now what we're going to do is this layer, which is the one in the background. I guess we're gonna have to take this one too. So we go this. We can use Shift this time. So if you click this one and then hold Shift, when you click this one, you select every single part from here to here. Then you can just do Control G to group these, so it doesn't cause a mess on the other side. You Control C. You can come here, Control G this. I mean V, my bad. So go Control T again on the whole part. It found Control T for some reason. Not that. Okay, so as it seems, we might have a problem on our hands here. To just select all of these. This one to this one. Like, just Control T. Seems maybe there are too many layers for this to handle. So I guess we'll just zoom out. I could get this group and lock every single one of these. Okay, so we can just do lock. Should lock them in place. It did not. Okay, so now all of these are locked. And when we select this part, it will not cause a mess. Just like this, I think. Okay, now here we go. I'll just do this. Right here. Did not select the other part? I'm sorry, what? Yeah, as it seems, this is some bug and it'll take some time to figure out, and now we're at the end of the stream. So, this is, I think this is the final part, yes. Okay, so thank you for tuning in. I'm really good. I hope you enjoyed it, I mean. So, thanks to everyone who has tuned in. I hope you have an amazing weekend. I'll be showing the code for 10 XP, for 5 XP. Let's go here. Should see it pop up on screen. Okay. Now, I think this should show right here. I got that. I hope, yeah, my browser is showing. So we go to LMS. You log in with your username and your password. Now you go to your house. Down here, you can just click right here, minus shadows. Now you go to your house. Okay, so we just click enter this course. Okay, we have claim free 5 XP for watching the live stream. Click add submission, type the code. Volume 2. We save changes. And there it is. Alright, so thank you everyone again for watching and tuning in. Alright, so we have a question coming in from chat. It says, wait, do you make DigitalSchool banners? No, I'm not the one who actually edits them. Today I just took them as a main example. As you saw, my banners had similarities. So I hope that answers your question. Okay. This was okay. I'm really glad to have helped you guys. Thank you. Alright, so have a good day. Have a good weekend and day, of course.